Holidays in Thailand have become incredibly popular among tourists. This country is famous for its hospitality, picturesque resorts, countless hotels, many entertainment and incredible exoticism. Naturally, Thailand will give a lot of impressions after visiting. But how to have an unforgettable vacation and not leave all your savings in the land of smiles? Accommodation, food and entertainment in Thailand is varied in price, you just have to decide what you need. Flight. A ticket to an exotic country will probably be one of the most expensive on the list of expenses. Perhaps you can save money if you get on the last-minute ticket. In order to fly to Thailand, you will need at least 15,000 rubles per person one way. In this case, the flight will be with a transfer and at night. All other options are much more expensive. Residence. Accommodation in Thailand is possible in several ways: hotels, small hostels, and rented accommodation from the local population. Moreover, the private sector is a very developed infrastructure. For very little money, you can rent a nice house with a pool and a servant. For budget travelers, small bungalows with one room and a kitchen are offered. It will cost about $10 to $20 a day. Food. Finding a cafe or a cheap restaurant in Thailand is not difficult. Spending $3 to $5 will get you a complete lunch with exotic seafood dishes. You can also cook yourself, but there is not much difference in price. Fruits, vegetables, fish and meat in the markets are always fresh and inexpensive. Rest. Tours are offered on every corner by locals. Their cost includes travel to the place, guide services and meals. Some places can be reached on their own. In this case, you will only spend money on taxi or public transport, as well as on food. The savings will be substantial. Also, in the big cities of the country there are many all kinds of entertainment and services for tourists, but this does not always come out cheap. You won't be able to save money here. Moving around the country. Still, mopeds are very popular in Thailand. But traffic on the roads of Thailand is different from what we are used to. Therefore, there is a high probability of accidents, in which tourists very often fall. To avoid the trouble, it is worth choosing a bike. On it you can get anywhere without getting stuck in traffic jams. Renting a bike will cost $1 to $2. Also, on the roads of an exotic country, you can find local transport tuk-tuk, travel on which costs less than $1. Purchases. Souvenirs are not worth buying in large bazaars or shopping malls. For this, it makes sense to walk through private shops, small shops, and markets. Here you can find all kinds of crafts and jewelry, as well as inexpensive clothes and shoes. It will cost an order of magnitude cheaper, and you will receive a unique little thing to remember about Thailand. Every tourist should have a rest in this exotic country at least once in his life. Many emotions and impressions will be guaranteed. The most expensive thing in a vacation in Thailand is moving and living, but here you can also save money. Everything else will be quite affordable for a limited budget.